we go. Here we go.
I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks / NBA trades, rumors, and news. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. What's good, Bucks Nation? What's good, friends and family? What's good, channel members, Discord members? Hey, people that purchase the merch. Hey, salute. Appreciate y'all. Queens of the chat, what's good? Y'all been hitting me up. Y'all know what we here to talk about. I can barely contain myself. Damn it, the Boston Celtics. What were you thinking? That was insane. No strain. Show your face. I told you what was going to happen to the Boston Celtics. I guaranteed you it was going to be a catastrophe. Soon as I started hearing Jaylen Brown being mentioned with Boston, what did I say on a few lines? Like, oh, it's over in Boston. There's no way they'll recover from that. And wow, they traded Jaylen Brown, an MVP candidate, for one Surge soda, one Grape Wildwood soda, some Mike and Ike's, and Paul George. Salute to the Boston Celtics. You gave away an MVP candidate for a player that never reached their full potential, always choked when you needed them most. Unbelievable. I told you, no strays, when the smoke would clear, that the Bucks and the Celtics would be on the same playing field. Now you see what I was talking about. Wow. If we would have known they was giving away Jaylen Brown for nothing, we would have traded them Thanasis, AJ Green, and 3 second-round picks for Jaylen Brown. Y'all don't even understand. I still can't even believe that trade even was allowed to happen. As smart as we think the Boston organization is, this has to be one of the idiotic moves they have made in their entire organizational history. And I'm going to say this, and this might not be the popular comment or whatever you want to call it. I actually think Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. And for the Boston Celtics to keep Jason Tatum after an extreme lower extremity injury and trade somebody that's been more healthy is crazy to me. I actually think that Jaylen Brown being outspoken might have been a little bit too much for the Boston Celtics. He was definitely very outspoken. Now he's gone. They ship him to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is now immediately a contender because they have Embiid now. They have Jaylen Brown. They got Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. I mean, and then they signed a veteran and Mike Conley. Hey, Knicks better look out. The Knicks better look out. That's crazy that the Boston allowed this to happen. That is actually crazy. Damn, all that slick talk in the chat in the comment section, sir. And now look, y'all looking up at us now. Hey, hey, Boston looking up at the Bucks right now after that trade. That's crazy, friends. Were y'all expecting anything like that? Let me know, because that just caught me blindsided that they would trade him for Paul George, someone that's never lived up to expectations, washed, always hurt, known as a thief. That lets you know how bad it was in Boston. They wanted addition by subtraction. They just wanted Jaylen Brown off the team. That's crazy. And for Bucks fans to be complaining about what we got for Giannis Antetokounmpo, I bet you feel different now after seeing what the Boston Celtics got for Jaylen Brown, don't you? I bet y'all feel good now. Now I guess we'll be quiet about the trade now, right? Friends and family, we're good now, right? No more whining, no more complaining about what we got for Giannis, right? I think we did all right. If we look at things, if we look at the landscape in the NBA right now, I think we did very well for trading Giannis. I mean, Jaylen Brown's younger, less injury prone, coming off an MVP caliber season, and they traded him for nothing. Nothing. That's crazy. Hold on, Dr. Smith in the chat early. What? Dr. Smith was good. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Peace, family. Can't stay tonight, but I had to say this. No strays. You're gonna have to come outside sometime. You can't stay in the house forever. Salute. Hey, Dr. Smith. Crazy. Crazy. Boston is in a lot of trouble. But on to some Bucks news as well. Then we'll get into other trades and things. It's been a lot going on. Is this the most lit offseason that it's been in at least 20 years for the NBA? I don't ever remember this much movement with star players. Kawhi going. LeBron is leaving the Lakers. There's so many top 75 players that are available that it's crazy right now. I like the energy for the NBA. I can't wait till the season starts, low key. I really can't wait till the season starts with all of this energy. And I did see also that the Bucks, y'all been asking all offseason about Bogo, the dude that won the MVP. We've signed him to a multi-year contract. So I think we definitely will see him in Fiserv form at some point this year, which I think is a good thing. He's 6'11" shooter, MVP out of Europe. So we'll see what he can give the Bucks. But it's good to see. Hey, the Bucks, you know what, are making some really intelligent decisions post Giannis era that I think is setting up for long-term success. That's what I like about the Bucks right now. They're trying to set themselves up for long-term success. And I dropped a short today about Tyler Herro. I want to bring that up to friends and family again. Do you guys think that we should keep Tyler Herro, trade Tyler Herro? Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about that, because that's been a kind of a hot topic recently. Do we try to just do a full reboot, get as many picks as we can for Tyler Herro, or do we keep Tyler Herro and allow him to grow with this young team and this organization, seeing that he would be a veteran, an all-star, and also he's not old either. So there's a couple different ways to kind of look at it, in my opinion. And then also we got to talk about the Lakers too. They got Walker Kessler from Utah, which is a player that a lot of Bucks fans were high on and wanted the Bucks to trade for. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Then Jackson Hayes is headed to the Jazz on a 2-year deal. Mitchell Robinson also agreed to join the Boston Celtics after the Brown trade. That's something I didn't expect. I thought Mitchell Robinson would stay with the New York Knicks. For him to move to the Boston Celtics, I find very interesting. But that gives Boston an athletic center with size that can rebound. There's absolutely abysmal offensively, but definitely somebody that can clear the board. So that's interesting. John Collins agreed to a deal with the Pistons. Norman Powell is headed to the Bills. To the Bulls. Grizzlies traded Santi Aldama to Dallas for A.J. Johnson plus picks. So A.J. Johnson is back into play. We'll see what he does with the Grizzlies. That's a young team they're rebooting. We'll see what A.J. Johnson is going to be able to do. He's still been bouncing from team to team. Hasn't found his footing yet in the NBA. We're wishing him the best. I know a lot of Bucks fans think highly of A.J. Johnson, so we'll see what he can do. Tyus Jones is staying in Denver, 1-year deal. Kyle Anderson, 1-year veteran minimum deal in Toronto. Spurs hire Billy Donovan as head coach. Okay, hold on. Okay, and then the Draymond Green declined his player option, which is going to give them flexibility and things of that nature. So that's interesting. It's just a lot of movement right now in the NBA. A lot of things going on. But I think still the biggest move is that you trade an MVP candidate for a player that never, ever reached their potential. Never was a champion, in my opinion, was never a winner. And you bring that dark cloud into an organization that's built on championship pedigree is crazy to me, friends and family. That is crazy to me. I just don't know what's going to happen next. But I just know that I do want friends and family, Bucks Nation, Queens of the chat, to be thankful. We got a load of players and picks for Giannis. The Celtics got nothing. They got penny candy. Like, that's crazy. They got Penny Candy, a Yoo-Hoo, and Paul George. Like, hey, you know what? How we were talking crazy about the Sixers and the bad contracts they had on their team, and then for the Celtics, one of their main ops, and the Sixers called y'all out in the playoffs and then head tapped y'all. They called y'all out, Boston fans. Head tapped y'all in the playoffs, got y'all up out of here. Then in the postseason, y'all give them y'all best player for nothing. What is going on in the world right now? What is happening? Are we in a Black Mirror episode? Like, why would you do that? We need Boston. Hey, we need that organization to come out and explain what happened. Why they would give that player away for nothing? Because that's insane to me. That's insane. Wow. And like, hey, somebody was saying that in one of the lives. All trades aren't equal, and that's definitely an example. Unbelievable. Let's see in the building. What up, Pickle Luke? Derek Stevenson, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Travis, what's good? BKC, what's good? The childish one, what's good? The homie, Mr. 414. Rashad, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Hey, WFSO, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Hey, Patrice, Queens in the chat in the building, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. This is just, I just wasn't expecting the Celtics to do all that. Like, that was crazy. Hey, Bleacher, tap in when you get a chance. Salute. What up, I Am Titan? Appreciate you tapping in. The homie James Moore in the building. Humble, what's good? Logic One, what's good? Appreciate you. Like the name. What's good, bro? Jonathan Porter in the building. Let's get to some of these comments and see what's cracking. What Bucks Nation talking about. What up, Dre West? Salute, Dre West. Appreciate you. My boy, Mr. 414 said, like I say again, no straight. Did all that for Hugo Gonzalez, bro. Bet you Celtics fans wish you had given up more for Giannis. You better hope that Hugo pops. Facts. 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 They was in here talking crazy. They talking about we'll give y'all Sam Hauser and all types of reckless talk. They was in here styling we'll give you for Giannis, not knowing they was gonna get backdoor by the GM and give away their best player for crumbs, for bread and water. Boston is done. Boston is no longer a contender. They literally with us now. They gang now. Boston is officially gang. Mr. Cole, the living legend in the building, was good. Celtics' new ownership group will not extend long contracts anymore, so they were not going to offer Brown an extension anyways. You don't think they could have got more than that, Mr. Cole? I feel like that. I mean, they settled for. I mean, that was scraps. Paul George. I'd rather just have picks and a hope than have Paul George. Paul George has no heart. Paul George definitely need to go to the Wizard of Oz. That is a terrible player to pick up. Terrible. This is going to sound crazy. I'd rather have, what's my guy name with the funny hair that they had? Oh, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me later. There's so many other players I'd have rather had than Paul George. That's insane. What up, D'Angelo? That's just insane. What up, Daniel Joseph? What up, Scales? Appreciate y'all tapping in. It's arguable. I didn't want to get out of my body, Pickle Luke, but I do think at this point that the Bucks are actually better than Boston. After that, I don't think Tatum is going to be what they think. I think he'll be definitely affected after the injury, and I think the Celtics made a bad decision. I'm not going to even hold y'all. I'm not pulling no punches. I think the Celtics made a bad decision. That was insane. Chest ready was good. Yup, Bucks getting payback. Nah, we about to start washing the Celtics now after that foolishness. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy they did that. It is, bro, Dre, I just don't, I need clarification, bro. I need understanding of why they would have done that. It just doesn't make sense. I really don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. I don't see how the Celtics win. And even if they're trying to save money and all of that, there weren't any better offers on the table than Paul George. Hey, y'all don't worry, no strays in the streets, but we got to give him time to kind of comprehend the foolishness that his organization has done. He's in the streets. Don't worry. He be outside, But we got to give him a minute to collect himself mentally because he already knows his team about to be trash. This is a lot to handle. This is a lot to handle. That's what make it weird, Mr. 414. I feel like the Seeds could have gotten anyone with JB. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, why would you settle for that? Something else has to be afoot. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. Something else has to be afoot, y'all. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mr. Cool said, oh, okay, yeah. The Celtics will not extend Tatum next time either. These new owners care about money, and that's why they took those draft picks. They'd rather rebuild. Wow. I've been hearing about these new owners are cutthroat, and that's why they didn't want certain like investment firms or something involved in any of these teams because they don't care about the team themselves. They only care about profit. So I think this is one of those cases with Boston. But hey, long as it's not the Bucks, hey, long as it's not the Bucks, it is what it is. Sorry to hear about that, but hey, that's y'all problem. That's a Massachusetts problem, not a Wisconsin problem. You feel me? Get to the super chats. Bleacher, what's good? Appreciate the 199 super chat. No strays come out and play. Where are? Hey, he ain't coming outside for a minute. I seen him. He was crashing out on Twitter about how stupid the trade was. He can't believe this happened. He's suffering right now. We got to give that man time to compose himself. Yeah, that's actually interesting, Daniel Jones. Wouldn't it have made more sense for them to try to trade and at least get Kawhi? Like, you're at least getting a quality player. He might be off injured, but when he gets in, he's electric. Yeah, I need more answers, bro. I'm not gonna even hold you, Daniel Jones. Like that, I need more answers, bro. Because none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense. None of it is logical on any platform. This isn't logical. John said Heat won't be good either. Giannis can't carry that even with Bam. I'll say this. I understand where you're coming from, but I do think that also the Heat will be better than Boston, and I do think they are definitely affected by the loss of Norman Powell. You can't lose 20-some points a game, all-star. You can't lose Tyler Herro, all-star, 20 points a game, and everything's going to be okay. I do think that the Miami Heat will take a step back this year. I don't think it's going to go as they planned for a multitude of reasons. But we're going to let that play out in the regular season. But I think when the smoke clears and we look back like a year or two from now, we'll understand that the Bucks made the best decision. And I think that the trajectory for the Milwaukee Bucks is heading in the right direction. I really do. And I keep saying this, and I want to emphasize this on these lives. Every time that I hear something that Taylor Jenkins is saying, it's exactly what I would want to hear as a fan. So I just want to say that I think that Taylor Jenkins is setting this team up for success. I really feel that way, that he's setting this team up for success. What up, Janet MOC? Janet. Hey, Janet, I've been laughing since your comment when you bombed on Bill Russell. I've still been laughing at that comment. That is historically funny. Shout out to Janet MOC. I told y'all, don't play with the queens in the chat. What up, Janet? It's good. J Baby said, Heat Nation. I feel you, brother. I feel you, but y'all in trouble. Y'all got people can't shoot free throws. Y'all got no scoring. Y'all gonna be dependent on Andrew Wiggins. Y'all in the same boat as the Bucks. The Bucks, Boston, and the Heat are all at the same level. All at the same level. No one has jumped over anybody. All at the same level. All that moving around and trading to all be the same is crazy. James said Toronto makes some new noise in the East. If Kawhi can give them at least 60 games and is able to make the playoff run, I agree with that. Toronto's not terrible at all, so I could definitely see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, that's interesting, Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool, you brought that up in the comment section. I want to make sure to highlight that, where you were saying everyone talks about Heat culture, Heat this and that. If that's the case, why would Norman Powell, like you said, Mr. Cool, tap in if you get a chance as well, is that why would Norman Powell leave after an all-star season with all this Heat culture and how great the Miami Heat organization and bolt for a team like the Chicago Bulls that didn't even make the playoffs? You kind of got to make it make sense a little bit, friends and family. You got to make it make sense. Shout out to Mr. Cool. Hey, Cat, I mess with Cat Spares, bro. Shout out to Humble God 414. I think that is a big part of the trade right there. Big part. Sixers all of a sudden are a desired destination for free agents. Yeah, it looked like that. It's definitely about to be like that. Beer bat. Hey, that's a long, interesting name. Beer battered gummy shark. I don't know what that means, but that sounds like some type of ill strain or something. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not gonna give any like outlandish expectation for the Milwaukee Bucks. What I will say is from everything I'm hearing, I'm seeing with the Milwaukee Bucks organization as it currently stands today on July 2nd, I think that we will be better than a lot of people expect. I can see us definitely a 500 or above team. I can see us a couple games above 500 with the roster as it stands today. There definitely could be additional movement, additional players acquired, but I'm saying as things stand right now, I do think the Bucks are above a slightly above 500 team. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section, but I definitely think we're above a 500 team. Jonathan Porter said Norman don't like Giannis. What beef they got, bro? What up, Veggie Gross? I didn't know that. I didn't know Norman didn't like Giannis. That's interesting. You said Pickle Luke said Kyle Lowry's retiring. Yeah, he should. He been stealing money for like the last 5-6 years. He should retire. He been stealing. Yeah, Kyle Lowry was already retired. He just made it official. He been retired for about 5 years. What up, Mr. Milwaukee? Right. Young Bucks, let's go. I'm with that. Exactly. The Young Bucks about to get it cracking. James said, can Embiid stay healthy long enough for Philadelphia to make a run? They're going to need him. His flopping is ridiculous, but he's still ultra talented when he can play. But that's the thing, though. When you got Jaylen Brown over there now, that takes a lot of pressure off of Embiid. That takes pressure off of Tyrese Maxey and Edgecombe because Paul George never met the expectations of his contract. He wasn't putting up no numbers. You got somebody who's going to come over there and put up 20. It's going to change the whole dynamic. They're going to have to retool that whole offense. They're going to have to change everything now because you have such a much more explosive player in the mix than Paul George. Paul George is a thief. He's been a thief for a long time, a coward, and he's always hurt. He never lives up to expectations. Paul George is a mark to me. He's so talented. He has so much raw ability that it just never came together. It's just unbelievable. If you look at Paul George's skill set, the size, the defense, the shooting, and how he can just choke in the playoffs is unbelievable. I put Paul George up there with James Harden as one of the two players of the biggest disappointments of this era. They're two of the biggest disappointments of this era. Paul George, James Harden. Y'all tell me if I'm lying. That's how I feel about it. Why can't we be above 500? I don't understand. Why can't we be above 500? I didn't say we was going to win 60 games. We in the East, bro. We can be above 5. Y'all need to be worried about being above 500. Y'all two best players is in the post. This ain't 1980. You can't have Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon to go to the finals. You need to be concerned about y'all roster and what y'all putting on the court before you start commenting on what Milwaukee Bucks is doing. Our roster is solid. Y'all roster is in flux. Y'all gave us all the players that made y'all solid and y'all picks. All y'all got is Giannis and Bobby Portis. You better focus, bro. And hey, you better focus, bro, over there on Heat Nation. Y'all in trouble. We'll beat y'all as is right now. How about that? We'll beat y'all as is. What up, JST Fresh Tech? Appreciate you tapping in. £4, everybody's saying that about Cass. Everybody is very high on Cass. Everyone is very high on Cass. Embiid ain't mid, Daniel Joseph. I ain't gonna do that. Embiid cold, bro. He just got to get his body together. Embiid is cold. You can't say he mid and he's a former MVP. We not gonna do that, bro. Come on now. And B don't play a lot, but when he plays, he's explosive. Oh, hey, Dontre, they always supposed to look over the Bucks, bro. Dontrell, they always supposed to look over the Bucks, bro. That's part of the plan. Hey, what up, Bshack? Salute. Y'all didn't take out the trash. Hey, J baby, you know this is being recorded, right, bro? You know this is all being recorded. You understand that all this footage will be here forever on YouTube. I'm putting this on the screen. I'm gonna let this sit so then I can go back to it at a later date and make a post with your comment and show how much better the Bucks are without Giannis than with Giannis. And then we're going to see what you say, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that information, sir. Thank you. Much appreciated. Now it's time to tap in the living legend. Hey, we got to tap in Mr. Cool. Hey, we got to let Mr. Cool kick it for a minute. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's get Mr. Cool in the building. Mr. Cool, what's good? Hey, Mr. Cool, every time I turn my head, something else is going on. Like, this is insane. I mean, and the Lakers roster look completely different now. Like, Kawhi going back to Toronto. We got the Jaylen Brown move. I just don't know what Boston was doing. I'm just, it just seems like anything is possible this offseason, Mr. Cool. There's nothing that's out of the realm of possibility, it appears, this offseason. On you, Mr. Cool.
Well, I think everybody was kind of waiting for Giannis' situation to happen. I think a lot of reasons why, because I think a lot of the teams wanted to make sure that if the Milwaukee Bucks fans, Bucks Nation, are okay with Giannis being traded, they can pull the trigger on their guys that they kind of been wanting to make moves with. And so once we kind of accepted it, that just was like it opened the floodgates for teams.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, I mean, I want to say this. I'm not trying to get too excited, but isn't this the most player movement you've seen in quite some time, Mr. Cool?
Well, I haven't really tracked it like that, but I don't remember anything like this.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't remember anything like this.
What I'm saying is the quality of players that are being moved. These are top 75.
Right.
I mean, multiple time All-Star players just being moved. Jaylen Brown, MVP candidate, move. Kawhi Leonard, former MVP, move. I mean, like, this is crazy. LeBron James is leaving. Top 10 all-time player. Walker Kessler, a player that we like, move. I mean, so many players are moved. I didn't even think Norman Powell would leave the Heat, but like you said in the comment section, I want you to address that as far as with Norman Powell leaving the Heat culture. Maybe it's not everything we think it is.
Because, and I did say this too, it's a military style culture that I think new generational players, they ain't trying to go into all that type of regiment basketball. They're just not. And I'm not saying that it's not a good way, but you got to find the guys that are willing to do that. And then on top of it, with the Miami Heat, you got to take pay cuts because they've got so much money tied up in the Giannis, Bam, and Wiggins. So what's happened is they don't have a lot of money left to pay players. And so guys are not going there, and they're not staying here. They tried to get several players so far. They got none of them. None of them. It's players have signed other places. So, but at the end of the day, I think we have players paid so much money now, and I think teams, whether this is caused by the unions or the owners just giving in and signing all these big extended contracts, and where you're going into these aprons, I think you're going to see the NBA switching away from that more and more, because people can't pay these guys that kind of money, and then you're so top heavy. Right. When you do that, you're going to have three guys making all the money, then you got nothing left for the rest of the team. That's just kind of crazy to do that. I mean, let's face it, we did that because that was what the game was at that time. We got Middleton and Holiday, and then, of course, Giannis, and it worked for that year. But once Middleton got hurt, we were screwed because we had all that money committed to him already.
That's a good point. That is a great point, Mr. Cole. Great point.
So I just think what Boston is doing, they're starting something that's going to be a trend. You watch. They're starting something that you're going to find these owners all saying, you know what, I'm not going to be signing a 4-year, $300 million contract for somebody who, A, might get hurt, or B, not even perform that well. And then you're stuck with them. And I think that's what the Boston owners are saying. We're not going to do that. We're not going to extend Brown for another $70 million a year.
Right.
For 2 years is what the extension would have been. $70 million for 2 more years.
Woo.
They were like, hell no. We
right.
ain't doing that. So, and I can't blame them.
No,
You know,
not at
and
all.
then another part of what happened with Brown, from what I saw today, his advanced stats are bad, and the Boston Celtics are an analytic team. They go by all that analyzing. That's why they shoot threes all the time. Analytics tell them that that's what you should do to win games, and they obviously had some success doing that. But his numbers in advanced stats are not very good.
I saw that. Like,
So whether
players' points are down when he's in the on the court, plus minus.
Yep.
But that's
Yep.
very interesting. They
Yep.
were still winning at that clip with the statistics being in that fashion. I found interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to imagine that his impact could be like that. But the guys who are the best players also, you know, they're the ones carrying the biggest load out there too. So
Right.
sometimes those stats could be misleading. But apparently they don't think so. And
Right.
apparently the NBA don't think so, because the offers were not that great from what I heard coming in for him.
Really?
And so they just decided to just go with this. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And teams were not, I mean, even the Bucks, you know, the Bucks didn't really, they were just like, look, we're not going to do a straight up deal for him and Giannis.
Right.
You're crazy. You're going to have to give us more than that. And so they were realizing that teams really didn't want him like that, or not willing to give them what they wanted for him. So they were in a situation where they wanted to get rid of him because his attitude has gotten, where his ego's been bruised. His ego has been bruised, and he wanted to, like, you know what? I need to get out of here because they don't care about me here.
Right, but
and they don't appreciate
my
me
thing
here.
is, though, of all teams to trade Jaylen Brown to, it's your main opposition, the Sixers. You couldn't have, I mean, there was no better options available than trading to your rival. I mean, forever rival.
Not only that, the team that just eliminated you last season. It's like, man.
I'm trying to understand and look at it from a logical perspective. How is Boston winning with this move?
They're not. And I don't think they care, because I really believe, without saying it, they're playing for the future, because they want to reduce payroll. And that's why they were happy to get them draft picks, because they're going to do it by not saying anything, but that's really what's going on, because there's no way you would make that trade right to Philadelphia.
No.
Why would you load up that team?
And they're loaded
literally
now.
loaded that team up. Yeah, they are.
I know we're getting
that backcourt.
Yeah, it's crazy. But my thing is, just with the addition of that, then the Mike Conleys and then the Anthony, like, to me, they're already better than the Knicks if they're healthy.
Yeah. Well, if Embiid's healthy, they definitely are.
Yeah.
But they're gonna still be good whether he plays or not.
That's the thing.
So they got new owners too, and they are making some positive moves. I got to give them credit. So I just think you're going to see a change a lot in the NBA now in terms of how these contracts, because it's just way too much. Some of these guys making 65, 60 million. I mean, look at the money they're paying Embiid for him not to play.
Right.
I mean, they're giving him all this money. He barely hits the floor. And that's that risk you run by giving these max deals and 3 and 4 year contracts like this. I just think they're going to really move away from that in the NBA. You're going to see more and more teams just like, nope. We're going to just go ahead and trade these guys.
Contracts? You think they're going to go with shorter
contracts?
contracts?
Shorter contracts, and they're going to trade these guys instead of re-signing them on and extending them. They're going to go ahead and make those trades.
A lot of thumbs up, Mr. Cool. People are definitely agree. I just didn't. Wow.
So in substance, the Bucks are ahead of the game because we gathered in some good young talent and draft picks. So that's really, really a good thing, what we did. And we got a really good coach that can handle the development of players, but that's the key. His ability to develop young players, man. I don't know if our fans understand that the players that he developed at Memphis, but they should do some research, Bucks Nation, and see what he did with some young guys that were 30th pick in the draft was Bane. Nobody even cared nothing about Bane. He was a 30th pick in the draft. Look at this guy. Look what he got in the trade to Orlando.
Right,
how his value went up.
That's true.
Well, who developed him? Our coach, Taylor Jenkins, did. So, and
I don't want to get too ahead of myself that you brought that up. I just want to say this. I know Bucks Nation is going to judge me for saying this. I expect Ryan Rollins to take a leap with Taylor Jenkins as our head coach. That's one of the players that I'm really watching to elevate his game under Taylor Jenkins, I think, is Ryan Rollins. He is tailor made for Taylor Jenkins, in my opinion, for him to be groomed. Along with the tutelage of TJ Ford, I expect our guards to play really well this season. I think that's going to be a strength of our team, in my opinion.
One of the biggest stats that I love about Rollins is that clutch shooting. He was third in the entire NBA in clutch shooting. That means in the clutch, he shot over 50% from three in the final 5 minutes of the game. In the score, in a 5 or less point game, he was shooting over 50% from three in the clutch. That stuff's big. Now, obviously, we didn't have a lot of those games.
Right.
But we had enough to know he made them when we needed him to make them. He was making them. So the fact that he could be a closer in terms of scoring for us gives us another option whether we keep Tyler or not. I hope we keep Tyler Herro, to be quite honest, at least for the beginning of the season. I'm really not in favor
I
of
don't
getting
think
rid of
there's
him.
any pressure to trade him right away. I don't know why Bucks Nation wants to move him. We need to be competitive, and he's young. It's not like Tyler Herro's 36. He's a young all-star. From here, I just think let's just keep him. Let's see what happens, how he fits in with the team. If he doesn't, there's going to be a ton of suitors. The Rockets need a score. Detroit needs a score. There are so many teams that are a score away from being competitive that Tyler Herro will always be wanted. He'll never not be without a home. So we have to take that in consideration and be a little patient and not make a knee-jerk reaction to get rid of Tyler Herro. I want to put that out here now. I think we should keep Tyler Herro till further notice. He brings a lot to the table. He's going to at least give the defense somebody to focus on and allow some of these young players to flourish. It'll make the game easier for KPJ. I just think we just need to let's just keep Tyler Herro. And if whoever come off the bench, if that's KPJ or Riles, one of them come off the bench. But let's see what Herro does. We can at least keep him till February.
Well, and I love what he did in his social media, I guess, or his private text message that was released today. I saw what he said about Giannis and about Bam. He put it out there. He's not happy about how he was treated in Miami, so he's attacking them. And he said, I guess he posted the mid-range shooting stats. Giannis was the worst in the NBA, and Bam was at the top, whatever, 8 or 10 too. He was the worst shooter in mid-range.
But it was,
and I'm gonna tell you something. That won't matter.
I mean, it was sub 40%. It was in the 30s. Giannis in the 20s. Like it was.
I know. But here's the thing. Well, that's gonna mean, guess what? When I play the Miami Heat, just build a wall, and that's what teams will do.
Yeah, and we're not worried. Nobody's worried about Andrew Wiggins. And you know what, Mr. Cool? This is hilarious. I saw a Miami Heat fan in this comment section have the audacity to say, "We just signed Tim Hardaway Jr." That's when you know it's over. Tim Hardaway Jr. gonna save y'all.
If he couldn't be successful with the Joker, he ain't gonna do nothing down there.
Nothing.
Okay. Because Denver didn't see goodbye in him leaving.
Right. Exactly. It's over. I just think that Giannis went from he made a lateral move and he just didn't see it. Not for business, he made a positive move. For basketball, this is a lateral move, in my opinion. What he wanted. It was a lateral move.
Now, what Miami can do, to their credit, they can get some no-name guys and make them a lot better. They've been up really good at taking guys out of nowhere and developing those guys. That much I'll give them credit. But as far as guys just running and wanting to sign to play with, here's just a truth fact that I'm going to say, and I know maybe some of our fans don't want to hear this. People don't really want to play with Giannis. That's been the common talk behind the scenes a lot in this NBA.
Dame wanted out because he just couldn't play with Giannis. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard with Dame.
He's very difficult. Not that he's a bad person or anything like that, or a bad player. And he does get guys open threes, but typically he doesn't do it in the conventional way where guys are used to playing. So I just don't think guys are going to be running down there. And Bam, to me, and I'll say it, continue to say it, is overrated. He's just overrated. I don't think that guy's that good of a player. And certainly Tyler Herro don't think so.
Facts. I'm not the biggest Bam. I think Bam is solid, but he's not like somebody you can like. He's not a franchise player to me. I don't think he has a. He's not a.
Right.
He's not a play. And if he was, they would have never got Giannis. That's how you know Bam ain't no franchise player. If Bam was a franchise player, they'd have never. They would have never got him. They'd have never went and got Giannis. There would be no point. Oh, we got to tap in Bshack, South Florida's finest. Hold on 1 second here, y'all. Get in Bshack. Bshack was good. Hey, it's a lot going on, Bshack.
Hey,
Every time I get off the internet and go back on, somebody to move, picks is going. I mean, this is it's getting crazy now. But just like you said, Mr. Cool, when Giannis moved, that was the bomb that everybody needed to go off, and then everything else shifted. Everything else is shifting. I was asking Mr. Cool.
I
I
mean,
want to ask you, Bshack, have you ever seen this much player movement? As far as star players in the NBA, I don't remember this much star movement ever. As far as players that are impact.
never. It's the CBA, man.
That's what Mr.
It's this
Cole was saying.
Apron. That's
yeah.
all. That's all it is, man. It's I'm not sure if this is good or bad for the league. Um,
Mm.
once you don't. It's hard to. It's going to be hard for players to stay able to stay at the same place. Um, the only thing I can think of is uh teams may decide that given these max salaries may have to become a thing of the past.
Mm.
If they got to reset the market where you're not
Right.
like giving one guy a third of your cap space. They just have to kind
Right.
of reset
That's
it
right.
where maybe the top players, man, get like 30,000 or 40 tops.
Mm.
In order to have multiple good players on the team. Right now, you can really afford really one, real max player, and
Right.
it's
And be,
it's 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 making teams really top heavy.
right. And Bishek, that's why there's only one champion and no one can repeat no more. It's so hard to
Yeah,
repeat because they're having to get rid of guys to fit players into their salary structure. Because once you win, everybody wants to get paid more once you get a championship.
yeah,
Well,
But their
yeah, but
contracts
yeah,
are up.
look at that. Mitchell Robinson was a role player. He bolted right away after that championship and took that little money
Right.
with the Celtics.
Right.
That's what happened. They poach
Right.
your
yeah,
players. As soon as you win a championship, they're poaching players.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's resetting on the bottom already. We're seeing good
Yeah.
players getting like small salaries.
Anthony
Um,
Simon
Mm-hmm.
signed for a little bit or nothing, and that's a 20-point a game score.
Yeah, so
Right.
eventually I think it's going to make its way all the way from the top down. They're going to have to do something. I mean, it's going to take players, and I think you already starting to see it. Some players are just like saying, "Yo, I'll just take a little less," because I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Mm.
man, 60 million a year, that's like
Right.
overdoing it. I mean,
Isn't
how
that what
much money
Steph
do you
made? Didn't
have?
Steph make like 60 million last year? Let me double
Right.
check.
Yeah, the top tier guys are like between 55 and 65 as far as coming into the third, fourth years of these contracts.
I just want to pause
And
right for 1 second, B Shack, and just want to
yeah,
put something on the screen here just to kind of emphasize what you were saying here, just so y'all can see here real quick. You can see the Golden State Warriors salary here. Steph Curry is getting 62 million, Jimmy Butler 56
mm,
million, and then you got Porzingis at 20 million. Just to kind of show you guys exactly what B Shack is talking about. When you're top heavy, you can't sign anyone else. That's exactly what you're talking about right there. You have two
and
people
some of these
making over a
contracts are
hundred.
bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some of these contracts are really bad. I mean, they're players that are past their prime, man, getting like
Right.
all this money.
Right.
So somehow this is going
Right.
to be reset because right now it's a little out of
Out of whack.
whack.
Agreed. So do you think it's going to take a couple of star players to take a pay cut for it to kind of have a ripple effect, or what do you think it's going to take?
Well, it may take, I don't know, maybe it's a CBA that says uh you can only pay a player, X percentage and of
Of
the
the
of the of the
salary
cap and bring it to
cap,
it
yeah.
might They might have to maybe put it somewhere in the CBA, perhaps. I mean, they have
Mhm.
to come together as a league, owners and players representatives, to say, you know something, this right here is causing us to have to shift our team so much that it's gonna be hard to establish like fan loyalty and branding because you know you like players to stay someplace for a little while unless they want the movement. Now the movement
Hmm.
Right.
brings about news, clicks,
Right.
it generates content. Um, but are you gonna have are you gonna but and you're not going to have the continuity on the teams.
Right.
So that's why you don't have the repeat champions. It's like
Yeah.
somebody different every year.
Somebody's bringing up some of the points of some of these contracts. I want to go over some of these numbers with y'all. Walker Kessler got 130 million. Quentin Grimes got 60 million. I just think some of that's just out of whack. I just don't see Walker Kessler being worth 130 or Quentin Grimes being worth 60 million. I don't know what some of these teams are doing giving some of these players this type of money. I think it's insane. I just don't think they've earned any of it.
But I gotta hand it to some of these teams, man, making some pretty good moves, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
Philly. I
They,
mean,
they
Philly has
Yeah.
stole
just changed
Jalen. They
everything over the
stole
last three
Jalen Brown.
days.
That's a you don't think that they stole him? I still you Bshack, I'm still trying to let somebody make sense to me of why you would trade Jaylen Brown for what they did and for the player that you got back, someone that's never reached their potential, always lets you down, always will shrivel up when the lights are brightest, for someone that's giving you has a finals MVP, a champion, for someone that's been a career loser is crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and Simons, right?
Yeah,
Just
they
got
they, they
signed.
signed Anthony Simons to 2 years, 12 million or 13 million. I'm sorry.
And Mr. Cool, I had said this earlier that I feel like some of the there's been a shift a little bit, and I think next year the East is going to be just as good as the West.
That's fair.
Well, I think the East was always as good at the top. It was just the lower end of the Eastern teams that were really, really, really bad. Your Washingtons and teams like that. But if you were to just look at the top six teams from both conferences, the East was just as good last year. And obviously, the Knicks has proven that out, and the Pacers proved that out the year before. Because if what's name didn't get hurt, uh,
Halliburton,
Halliburton,
they might have won a chip.
they could have won that. He gets hurt in Game 7. The series tied at 3-3. They were supposed to get wiped out in that finals, according to all the experts and all the betting markets. That was supposed to be maybe a 5-game series at best. So, so I think the East takes a bad rap on terms of players and teams because the bottom ones have been really really bad over the last 6 7 years. But if you just look at the top 4 or 5 teams, they're always going to be pretty competitive with the Western teams. But the West gets all the attention
Right.
because of OKC
Well,
and now the
well,
Spurs. And
let's look at last year, the 7th through 10th. Portland won 42 games, Phoenix won 45, Clippers won 42,
Hmm.
Golden State 37. Compare that to the 45 of the Sixers, Orlando 45, Charlotte 44, Miami 43. It's comparable.
Right.
That's
yeah,
narrative stuff, man.
Right.
I hate when
right.
narratives
That's
people
That's a
right.
just
good
repeat
point.
stuff
Shout out
That's
with the
right.
like
receipts.
parrots. The West
It's true.
is not really look, you got at the top, I mean, last year it was Detroit, Boston, New York, even Toronto, Atlanta, Philadelphia, then Orlando. I'm telling you, man. I mean, you got in the West, we got OKC, Spurs. Not scared of Denver anymore. Um,
Mm-mm.
Minnesota. I mean, who else? Who else really scary?
Right. I
So,
agree.
Right.
you know, I don't know what Portland's doing. I don't understand that pairing with Ja
They're gonna
and
move some
Dame.
people. They're very guard heavy. I mean, you still got Scoot over there. You got Drew over there. I think they're gonna move package some people. 100%. I think they're packaging people and
What
putting.
happened? What happened with their coach? Why did they not re-sign their coach? I thought he took over under some very stressful
Hold on.
situation there in Portland. Did a really good job.
Tap
He's
in
coaching the
Scales
Bulls
real
now. I
quick.
don't understand how Portland let that guy go.
What up,
That's really
Scales?
surprising.
What up, Scales?
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
might be froze. Hold on
What
one
up,
second.
scale?
Yeah, he might be
Can
froze.
y'all
It's
already
frozen.
talked about y'all have already talked about the Boston debacle, man.
Yeah, we have to go ahead.
Hey, Scales, tap back in. You
We talked
froze,
about.
bro. Go ahead,
Yo,
y'all.
that is a crash out like I don't think we ever saw before. Brad Stevens had this reputation of being Mr.
Right.
Just all that, and he has totally fumbled the ball. I mean, he's done a terrible job.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing that's crazy. The Boston fans, um, over they poo-poo Giannis.
Yes.
They put Giannis
Mhm.
and Brown on the same level, and they were acting like elitists, like we
Yep.
don't want him and this and that, and Jalen will take Jalen, all type of stuff. Well, uh, if now it turns out that the Milwaukee Bucks was smart because they realized that Jalen's
Yeah.
value was down around the league, and it would have been a
Yep.
big mistake for them to get him with plans on flipping him because
Correct.
Right.
they wouldn't have
Right.
gotten what they really wanted to get from him for him.
Right.
And then the fact that they held out now it came out that Giannis wanted an extra year,
Right.
and they
I
didn't want
heard
to
that.
give it to him. Plus, they didn't want to throw in some center who's a good prospect, and they lost the Giannis sweepstakes only to have to settle for Paul
Paul George.
George. And the
Woo.
Boston
Right.
fan base and the Boston media is livid.
Livid. Oh,
Yeah.
And they're
Okay.
full
much louder
crash
than
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full
Dallas
Yeah.
crash out.
because of the nature of Boston. They're much louder than Dallas.
Right.
It is
Right.
they
Right.
are I mean, I'm seeing professionals lose their cool on air, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I
just
don't
think about
understand
it. They're
how.
hmm
Go ahead, Mr.
No,
Cool.
I'm sorry. I don't understand how he gonna face the media. He's gonna have to face the media at some point
That's
and
what I'm
explain
waiting
this
on.
over
Yeah,
there
you gotta
to the
explain
fans.
this. You can't sit in the
And
shadows
that's
for
gonna
this one.
be must see TV when he comes out to say why he made this trade because he got to answer that.
Yeah, you
He
gotta
got to
tell, you
answer.
gotta talk to the people. I've never seen the Boston fan base this mad. I don't remember the last time I've seen them this upset. And low
Right.
key, I think they would have rather traded Tatum than Brown. I'm just gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something that's kind of unique here too. Um, you know who is contributing to this mess in the media? Bill Simmons.
Mm.
Bill
Mm-hmm.
Simmons, a lot of the dial moved based on Bill Simmons information. Bill Simmons is the
Agree.
first one that came out saying they were interested in Giannis and were shopping. And everybody moved on Bill Simmons' word because everybody knows that Bill Simmons has some sort of inroads into the
Right.
Celtics.
Yep. Yep.
And it got Boston media people upset at Bill Simmons because he kind of like
Mhm.
weakened their position. He weakened their negotiating position because once you know you're shopping somebody and know you don't want to bring them back, you're dead bird tall grass, man. You
Mhm.
walking dead, man. And the league just the league just shook Boston down, man.
Yep.
I mean, the whole
Yep.
league shook them down.
And I wasn't
Well,
trying
I
to be
just don't
funny. I
think
think they're on
nobody
the
wanted to
same
pick.
level as the Bucks right now after what they did. They're not that much better than the Bucks, if at all.
Mm-mm.
I think they are thinking, a lot of these teams in the NBA are thinking, I don't want to pay him no $70 million either if we were to trade for him, because he's going to want that much money
Mm-hmm.
based on what he's already being paid. And his stats have not, like I said, the advanced stats do not look that good, even though he's done well on just the normal stats. But sometimes these NBA teams look at those advanced stats and see his productivity with
Yeah.
other players, like you said, Amara, earlier,
Mm-hmm.
has not been that good. And I think
Right.
that somewhere along the line, the NBA teams did not think he was as good as certainly his salary would demand. And if I bring him in, I got to pay him 65 to 70 million for the next 2 years on top of what we have to pay him now.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody wanted to touch that. They didn't want to touch that.
And the
So the
number one
offers,
stat, advanced stat on the analytics was the fact that they were a minus with him on the
Yeah,
floor.
exactly. That's what I was telling Mr.
right,
Cool earlier.
right,
That
right.
I think that was the
Mm-hmm.
straw that broke the camel's back. Even though he was an MVP candidate, but I just can't see an MVP candidate being a minus. Like I still don't get that.
Well, if you're on the court and you're gunning and you're not really moving the ball, it may look good to the eye, but the team is less
Right,
productive. And
right.
apparently that's what was going on with him. And I think Jason Tatum is a much more efficient player.
I feel you, but
Mm-hmm.
on the Philadelphia side, I just want to go over a few numbers with y'all real quick, right? Joel Embiid, 57 million this year. Jaylen Brown, 57 million this year. Tyrese Maxey, 40 million this year. Then you got VJ Edge come 11, and everybody else is single digits. I think that's how teams will look if they're going to be top heavy moving forward. It'd be two or three
Are
players
they
get.
are they in the second are they in the second apron?
I would assume so. Friends and family, let me know in the chat. Are they second apron? How can they
Yeah, I'm
afford
not
that?
sure.
Like that look crazy. They're at 200. The team payroll is 201 million. They have to be.
It probably is.
Oh, 200.
They don't
They,
probably
they
care.
may not be because I know a couple of other teams, their limit is like 215,
Oh, so they're straddling then.
220.
Okay.
They're really close, I think. They're really close.
Yeah, Jaylen
Um,
Brown gets 57 million this year, 61 the year after, then 64. And then Joel Embiid gets 62, 66. And then Tyrese 43 and 46. Them numbers sound crazy.
yeah, and see, you got a lot of guys that are kind of ball dominant over there. I mean, you got Maxi, you got Embiid,
Jaylen Brown.
um, now you got Jaylen Brown. See, that's
Mm-hmm.
now. I heard someone today say Maxi's personality is one where he won't mind deferring.
Mm,
But I mean, do they really want Maxi deferring? I mean,
he's a younger gun.
they,
It should be his team.
yeah, he's one of the quickest guys in the league with the ball, man. His first step is crazy. And when he gets ahead of steam, man,
But
he's really tough to stop.
that's gonna be the quickest backcourt in the NBA.
Hold on one
Man,
second.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
all
no
three of those
strays.
guys
I respect
can
you
move.
being in the chat, bro. And with the Mitchell Robinson avatar. Salute to No Stray. I
Oh,
told y'all,
he
no
showed
strays don't
up.
duck
No
smoke.
straight showed up.
Hey, no strays don't duck smoke. I tell y'all that. He takes his L's like a man. That's why me and him is always cool. We chop it up on Instagram and all that. Cause I know win, lose, or draw, he gonna have his chin up and chest out regardless. So that's why, hey, salute to No Stray. Y'all ain't nothing no
Well,
more though. Salute to No
well, the
Stray.
Boston fans have what they deserve because they're so
Mm-hmm.
cocky and they think the
They
guys on
are.
their team are like, I mean, the way they was talking about Giannis was crazy
Yeah.
work. They're like, we don't
I
need
agree.
him, and
I agree.
he's gonna make out a lot. Well, not all of them, because eventually I saw some kind of come around. But at one point they were like, man, he's gonna bring our team down, and we don't know if he's gonna be a problem in the locker room. I was like, what?
Right.
I was like, y'all are stupid, man. And then here's what I understand. Here's what people don't think, man. They were saying, I don't know if him and Tatum can coexist. All you have to do is look at the Giannis Middleton comp. Because, while a lot of people are not gonna say, Jason Tatum. I mean, that Middleton's better than Jason Tatum. In some ways, Middleton was like a poor man's Jason Tatum, and
Mm-hmm.
with better footwork, or Shaq would say better feet work. All right, and 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 Giannis knew how to give Middleton space to do his thing, and he let him close.
Right.
So I don't. People be saying it's just some just dumb stuff, man. Like they don't really
If you
watch the
look at the
game.
you look at the All-Star games, you always had that mic on Giannis all the time because he's always entertaining.
Right.
Him and Jason Tatum got along great. They joked around so much, and then they had that interview where they sat Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell down and asked who were the best players at that time in the NBA. He right away said Giannis was the best player in the NBA. They have a good relationship, so that would have worked without any problem. Had they got him. The two of them get along great.
I think pride
That
got in
wouldn't
the
have been no
way of
issue.
Boston. Boston thought that they were bigger than the program, and they suffered the consequences for thinking that.
That will be the first time that's happened.
Bshack, you're right. Those players they were holding on to, Boston, that they didn't want to trade, those dudes are not even that good of players. I don't know why would you hold on to those guys and
I could understand if they were like Cass, where everyone knows like this is gonna be one of them. That they weren't on that level where they felt that they should have been able to held them out of a trade, and now they lost it. And they had they got a couple of second round picks, a couple of first round. I mean, like the haul was very minimal to me for a younger player that's coming off an almost MVP season. I really think Boston took a heavy L right here. This is a heavy L from Boston. A heavy L. A heavy. And then this
they don't care.
You broke up your core of your championship team. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, as much as people said it didn't work, they won a championship. Spearheaded by Jaylen Brown, who was your MVP. So I ask you, why would you not trade Jason Tatum, who's coming off a major injury, versus Jaylen Brown? Because Jaylen Brown liked to talk a little bit. I just don't see how this was smart by Boston. I'm trying to get it, man. I'm trying to get it.
Well, that's because of marketability right there. It's who's the better marketable player.
Bshack is gonna come with. Go ahead.
I'll let Bshack address the light skin portion of that.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what he coming with. Go ahead, Bshack. Give it to him, Bshack. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Bshack.
You got one guy with curly hair, another guy with Beijing for getting on everybody, man. Come on, man.
Yep.
Hey, your audio breaking up a little bit, Bshack. Your audio breaking up a little bit. Go ahead real quick. Let me see. Go ahead.
I had some scratchy stuff.
Yeah, let me just tap out real quick and tap back in, Bshack. Definitely tap back in real quick, Bshack. Get the audio real straight. It might have just been the connection. I still find that.
And it's so funny.
Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
I'm sorry. There's so much going on in the NBA right now that the Malik Beasley story is not even a story anymore because there's so much going on in the NBA. That should be a big story.
You know what? I forgot all about Malik Beasley with the Jaylen Brown. That completely put Malik Beasley on the back burner. We ain't forget about you, Malik. You're a mark and a coward, but we gonna give you a little pass for 24 hours because of all this player movement and money being given away. Given away, not earned, given away.
But it just shows you with all the Laker news and LeBron, we don't know what's going to happen with him. That's going to be a big story because I know he's really mad with the Lakers front office.
Oh, yeah.
He's really mad with their front office.
They kicked his back in. They kicked him out.
Hold
on one second. Pitt Bayless, appreciate the $2 super chat. We'll see now why Boston don't like certain uppity. I know what you was about to say. Salute. Appreciate you, Pitt Bayless. Appreciate you.
Amara.
Yes.
I do have to go. I got to get some food set up for tomorrow to cook out.
Oh,
so I got to get some stuff prepped and ready.
Get to it. Appreciate you, Mr. Cool, tapping in. I got to do the same a little later. Appreciate you. Let me get Bshack moved into position here. Bshack. Hold on one second. I'm just really excited with everything that's going on. I know that we got Summer League starting next week as well. But I just have never been this excited to turn and like to open up my web browser, go to ESPN and click the NBA tab because I know every day something is gonna be in there. Something that's gonna be significant is going to happen. I just don't get it. I really don't.
What's going on with where is LeBron's going to end up?
Golden State.
It seems like that because they just got the shooter from
Hold on, let me flip up their roster real quick too. Let me pull
yeah,
up.
man, they just got this kid I was hoping that the Heat look at.
Let me see. Hold on
Um,
1 second. So they got the Porzingis re-signed. They don't got a lot of people on their roster. Let me just put this up on the screen real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Pat Spencer.
Here we go. So you can see now. So their rosters, they only got 12 players on their roster. That's why I know that's why I know that LeBron coming. They making room. They making room. They gonna figure that out. So they only got 12 players that
No,
are
no,
on the roster, and 11 and 12 are two-way. Al Horford's still stealing money. It's
no, no, no.
crazy. That
I thought
roster
they
is
signed.
maybe it's not official yet, but
Yeah,
this roster is looking suspect.
yeah. Man, to me, um, to me, I, it seems like he's gonna go back to Cleveland, man. Because I mean, to end where you started, even though I don't know about Cleveland, man. Cleveland is like, I will they can't trust James Harden,
I don't know
man.
what's
They're
going on
disgrace.
with the audio. Hey, try muting and unmuting or something, Bshack. It's like the audio's all crackly real quick. I don't know what's going on. Let me just try to see real quick what's going on here. We got to get Bshack together, y'all. Hold
It is
on.
it didn't start like that. It just came in all
Yeah,
of a
it just
sudden.
came. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's drop one more time and tap back in. Just give it a hot second, Bshack, and then tap right back in.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Bshack. Yeah, tap back in. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to actually put the link in there again just in case of anything, Bshack, and get you in here straight. Give Bshack a minute here to get the audio together, y'all. James said they should have paid attention to school to learn the skills necessary to speak eloquently. Yeah, the LeBron sweepstakes is on. Agreed. Agreed. Hey, what up, Marvin? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's good, Marvin? Salute, Marvin. That's my guy right there. He going to GS and then retire by playing with the Cavs. Okay, we gonna see. Try again. Tap in Bshack. Yo, hold on. Go ahead, Bshack.
Man, I don't know what's going on, man.
It's a little better now. We'll make that work right there. We'll
A
make
little
that work.
better, a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was listen. I'm in Miami, so I'm hoping LeBron will come down here, man. Just for the show, man. Just for the show. But I have a feeling he's gonna end back up possibly in Cleveland, man.
Why Cleveland? Why?
That's the best. That's the best story. He got drafted by Cleveland. It's his home. But someone said, "Nah, he's too big for Cleveland now. He needs to be in a real city."
But that's why I said Golden State would make the most sense. Him and Steph, the old man, then bring back
That's
Draymond.
true.
I think
That's
that makes the
true.
most sense.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see, man. I had a feeling he'll make a decision, man, by midweek next week.
You think it'll be that soon?
I saw something not too long ago that said that he's cut it down to Cleveland and Golden State.
I could see Golden State just by seeing how their roster is set up now. I could see Golden State. I could totally see Golden
It's
State.
a harder path to the finals, though. Supposedly,
Yeah, we know. We already know that LeBron don't like the hard road. We already know
yeah, because
that. He ain't
man,
looking for that.
and even in the West, if you just got two dogs to get past,
Hmm.
those two dogs, man. You got man. You need man. Can you imagine Steph and LeBron trying to bring the ball up against
Castle
the
and
Spurs?
Harper.
Now, here's the question: would the refs ever let them play like that against LeBron?
That is an awesome question, Bshack. That is an
I
awesome
don't know.
because that game would be won by the refs, depending how they let them play. I'm not saying that the Spurs play dirty, but they play 90s style of
Yeah.
basketball. I would say is fair.
Well, not just LeBron. When did you ever see the refs let Steph get beat up? So that's to me that's their only chance because that was the most. I don't even think LeBron has ever been in a finals that physical before.
Never. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That
So
was an old school. That was an old school type of early 2000s, late 90s series in my opinion. And that's what it'll come
mhm.
down to. Like, let's just say LeBron does go to Golden State. They're gonna obviously have to play OKC and San Antonio, and it'll come down to how those games are officiated. 100%. It's gonna come down to officiated. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, all them like Stephon Castle, Lou Dort, they gonna be in Steph and them hip pocket. 100%. 100%.
So let me ask you a question about the summer league
Mm-hmm.
with the Bucks. Do you feel like Jenkins gonna have everyone get on the starter line? And everyone is starting at ground zero, or do you think some guys are already going to be pinned in? Do you think everyone's on the same level? It's like,
If he is
whoever.
the individual that he says he is in all of the interviews and all of his commentary, I think everyone starts out with zero because he doesn't know these players. They have to prove to him, and if he is the coach we think he is, no one should be starting above zero. Everyone has to earn their minutes. That's how I would think about it. That goes for KPJ. That goes for everyone. You have to earn your minutes. This is a new regime. This man don't know y'all like that. He might not even like y'all like that. Y'all got to prove to him why you need to be here. For real, he might not borderline. Hey, man, you mess up. I'm getting you up out of here. You on the. I just think Taylor Jenkins is going to come in with the attitude. There's no favoritism. No one is above the system. Everyone is on the exact same level until further notice. You'll have to achieve to get other benefits, and I think that's what he's going to do after he gets out the $90,000 simulator.
Yeah, man, because um, we got the rookie Braden Burry's playing
Mhm.
tomorrow night.
Correct.
Really anxious to see what he brings to the table. Um, my man Cormac is playing
Yeah,
in
Cormac Ryan, let's go.
in the summer league, man. I want Cormac to light them up, man. Um, because
We
I
need to
really think
move.
he's a diamond in the rough. I
I agree. I
really
think
do.
we got to move AJ Green to open up more minutes for Cormac. Right, every team is looking for a 3-point shooter. Hey, the Bucks got AJ Green. Any NBA teams looking for 3-point shooters, you can get them off our hands for a second round pick and cash considerations. That's what we looking for. Second round pick, cash considerations. We'll go ahead and give you AJ Green.
Yeah, the problem is his contract. I mean, guys right now are trying to fill in minimums, and he makes too
More,
much money.
yeah, he get 10 million a year.
10 million a year, man, for a heavy-footed guard, man. Heavy-footed, man. He got them. He got like he wearing Herman Munster shoes, man. When he trying to play defense, man.
Herman Munster reference. Let's
I
go.
mean, you could just got he's heavy-footed, man. But anyway, Kyle Kuzma, man.
He gotta go.
I mean, what we gonna do with Kyle Kuzma,
He gotta
man?
go. He gotta go. He don't fit the system right now. He gotta go. We love you, Kyle. You did good. You redeemed yourself from that horrible season prior. You looked at least like an NBA professional, and you're on the last year of your contract. He can definitely be moved. We could get that 20 million off the books easily.
I mean, 20 million, man. I mean, just the question is, who's got room for the 20 million, man?
That's
I mean,
That's a team that wants to have money in the next season, though. They would take that to know that it's
Yeah,
coming off the book. So I think a lot of teams would take it, but they wouldn't be giving much back. Would be the situation.
yeah, yeah.
That would be the
I
problem.
think I, I think KPJ is gonna really play hard this year to because he wants a full healthy season and he
Hmm.
wants to make his dough.
Correct.
And last season he couldn't do that. And I want to see KPJ with a healthy meniscus, man.
Just healthy, period, all the way around. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, but that meniscus, man, you can't really move like you really want to with
Hmm.
that any really knee injury. Um, Now I'm concerned about Usman and Jang, man. Let me tell you why. I think he's extremely talented.
Hmm.
I think he is a naturally gifted athlete. And we saw a couple times when he got hot, man.
Hmm.
It was a thing of beauty. But here's the thing. I don't know what type of coach Jenkins is because remember there was criticism of Middleton early on that he looked like he was too cool for school because he moved at
Hmm.
his own pace and he didn't look like he was hustling, but he was hustling.
Right.
That's kind of how Jen is. He's kind of like that laid back, smooth type. I mean, he plays good
He glides.
defense.
He glides.
He do exactly. So I'm like, I hope that's not misread, man.
That's a good
I
point.
hope it's not misread. Because I think he's a real talent. I remember he
But they,
was,
they gave him a 2-year contract, so they must see something in Usman James.
yeah. Andre Jackson, man, is I think he might be done in the league, man.
That's what I was telling people, but I don't think it should be in a bad way. Like what I was saying is Ajax need to find his game and his confidence. And I don't think right now that he can find that in the NBA. I believe that he needs to go over to Europe for at least a couple years to try to figure out his game.
Yeah,
Because he has a good motor. He has a lot of athleticism. He has some point guard ability, but he needs to understand what he does best and then kind of go off of that. If he needs to be a defender, then maybe he needs to go along the lines of what's my ugly guy name that got the podcast is known for defense. He used to play for the Bucks. Little ugly dude. Oh, what's his name? He got the podcast with Ron. What's his name? Friends and family, help me. He went into the stands with Indiana. He threw a basketballer, so I cannot remember his name. What is it? He played for the Bucks for like 1 year. Patrick Beverly. That's a little ugly dude. Patrick
Patrick.
Beverly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like he might just need to take a Patrick Beverly role where you're just like a defender
Yeah,
and but a point guard and score when you can. That's what I think
but
he'll have to mold himself after be like a Patrick Beverly.
But you can't act like there's a protective shield between you and the basket, man. I mean, you got to go
He
toward the
protected
basket,
shit.
man.
His confidence is shot. That's what I'm saying. He needs to go over there, beat up on them, get his confidence back, see where his game is, then come back over here. That's why I'm saying he should look at the
Yeah,
Pat Beverly route because that's what happened to Pat Beverly. He ended up having a long career once he figured out I'm a defensive guy. I'm gonna be an annoyance out here, get rebounds, get all the scrappy plays, and then whatever else happens, happens. I think that might be the approach that would get some success with Ajax at this point in time and hit the occasional three.
yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be interesting year, man. But I think they need to move some of these guys off the roster, man. I mean, Miles Turner. I mean, Miles Turner has value around the league. I
I
mean,
agree.
I think he kind of messed himself up with that what he said, man. People looking at him kind of sideways right now. Like, oh man, we gonna get a snitch, man, on our
Right.
team,
Like
man.
you can't have that, especially in today's culture. Especially in today's culture. You can't have
I
that.
mean,
You can't
he
have
snitched
that.
on Giannis, he snitched on the coach, he snitched on everyone.
Right. Yeah,
I
now we're just
mean,
waiting on Malik Beasley to start snitching. That's what I'm waiting on to keep it real. I just want to get into that. I'm waiting to see the real truth that's been going on in the NBA. I want you to tell it all, Malik Beasley. Tell on everybody. Let us know what's going on because you already shortchanged us out of 4 wins when you was here with the Bucks. Tell on everybody that was doing this type of food. Ed Davis, whoever else involved, we want to know. You're cheating us out of a sport that we love, sir. So we want everyone punished. Don't go down by yourself, bro. This ain't the time to be tough. Tell on everybody.
Dude, you remember how guys would just go by him and he wouldn't even move?
That's, we didn't even know this was going on, but we knew that something was wrong with him. We knew something was wrong. You couldn't be that bad all the
It
time
was
on defense.
terrible. It was terrible. And wasn't he was he here during Doc's first year?
Yeah,
Or
I think Doc's first year. Yeah, because
it
Adrian
started out.
Griffin.
Oh my goodness. Man, I mean, they were constantly trying to cover for him all year.
Correct. Correct.
I
Not
mean,
knowing that's what the problem
Beasley,
was.
Beasley may have had a bigger part in the Bucks' demise than we think, man. And don't let it be known, man, that somebody else on the Bucks was involved, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Cause like there's no way you're watching film and don't see that. I mean, some of
I'm
that was
trying to
so
think right.
blatant.
I'm trying to think right now who was on that team, right, man? Who was on that team, man? That was getting blown by um during the course of the year, man. Who
I,
else
I'm
was on that team?
It was really him. He's the reason our defense, bro. You can't say Dame. Dame was little. He was never a defender, but it was Dame and Beasley in the backcourt, and that was the problem. They was both getting cooked, not knowing that at least Dame was trying to play some defense. We didn't know Malik Beasley was on purpose not playing defense.
Yep.
That is absolutely insane. Do you think he'll
I
get
know
jail
I know
time?
Pat was kind of playing kind of wild too,
Yeah,
man.
that's true. But do you think Beasley getting jail time for this, Bshack?
Oh, he should. He
I re-
should, man. You can't do that, man. Just millions of dollars at stake. He's out there running after rebounds at the end of the game. He's out there letting people go by him.
boxing
I
out
mean,
his
come on, man.
teammates. He boxing out his own teammates.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yo, he boxed out his own teammate
It,
for a
did
rebound.
did you see that interview they showed that he said, yeah, man, I bet on myself this game. I bet on us this game.
No, I didn't see
He
that
said
one.
it during the interview. During the interview. It was
Oh,
like
he was
he
just
was
bold with it.
they
Okay.
said he was hiding in plain sight.
Damn, J. Cole said 5 to 10 years. That's too much, bro. He didn't commit no felony, bro. I think like 2
I mean
years, a
5 to
fine and
10.
pro. Yeah, come on, bro. He didn't have no pack now. Come on now. I say like a 2 years fine and then banned from the NBA is sufficient. The 2
Well,
years NBA gone and then a huge fine. Or some of your
well,
salary, a portion of your salary you have to return.
and just think about Pete Rose was a manager
Hmm.
and never bet against his team,
Hmm.
supposedly.
Oh, exactly.
And they banned him for life from the Hall of Fame. The all-time leading hit
It
getter. No one has more hits than Pete Rose.
still to this
He's
day.
like, and Barry Bonds ain't in the Hall of Fame. All-time leading home run hitter. Baseball don't play, man.
But the thing is with
Baseball don't
you
play.
know what? Just to get to the Barry Bonds thing irked me a little bit. And this is what I'll say. I'm not saying that that man wasn't doing steroids when he was in San Francisco. I don't know that man. I wasn't watching him. I know what the cream and the clear does. I get it. What I'm saying is, if you just take all of what he did in San Francisco out of the equation, and you just look at what he did in Pittsburgh, he's still a Hall of Famer. He's
Yeah.
still a Hall of Famer.
Steroids does not make you a better baseball player because it's a total skill sport.
Thank you.
I mean, I played it at a high level, and stronger doesn't make you better. Now, if you hit the ball before you have steroids and then take steroids, you're gonna hit the ball longer. That's for sure.
Hmm.
You can recover faster, but a great player is a great player. Steroids doesn't doesn't really
See, and why you say that? I know we going
influence.
off into another sport for a minute, but Alex Rodriguez said he never took steroids to get bigger, and he said you could tell that his physique never changed. He said he took steroids to stay healthy because he got that big contract and he wanted to make sure that he was available so people know that he earned and he should have got the money that he got. He said he took it to keep the recovery. That's what he said, to stay on the field. As he said, that's why he took steroids. He
Yo,
said there's different
well,
versions to take to get bigger, size, all of that. He said he was just trying to stay healthy.
listen, I can rock with that because I'm a personal story.
Hmm.
Going to my senior year in high school, um, I had a chance to really, really get seen by some scouts.
Hmm.
And the first living in New York City, the first nice day outside in like March, like a fool, I went outside and just started after not throwing the ball for a couple of months, just throwing the ball hard like crazy the first day.
Mess your arm up.
And I got tendonitis. And so I went to the doctor, and this is like a week before training camp started. And he told me that I couldn't throw the ball for like another month. I just did the rest. I was like, doctor, seems about to start.
Hmm.
So he's like, listen, you gotta rest your arm. So he said, I'm gonna give you these um
Inflammatories.
inflammatories.
Hmm.
Take them 3 times a day, 4 hours apart, just to relieve some whatever. Dude, I would wait an hour before the game and just pop those things. So I wouldn't have pain because I was a center fielder.
Hmm.
As a center fielder, when my arm was hurting, I threw the ball from the side to
Hmm.
relieve the pain. Scouts picked that up. They want you to throw the ball over the top. So I took those anti-inflammatories as painkillers
Hmm.
just so I could. Now I did make All City. I did get scouted by the Braves and the Tigers, so it worked out. But I could see how guys get hooked easily. They're just
Hmm.
trying to perform, man. They're not trying to cheat. They're just trying to perform at their level.
That's a great point, man.
So
So sometimes
understand
it's
that,
not what you
man.
think. Like people are actually trying to cheat. Sometimes they're actually really just trying to be at their best. And I can understand that. I'm not saying steroids are good, bad. You do what you do, but I can understand from that perspective. And like I said, when Alex Rodriguez said that, I understood where he was coming. I can't okay it, but I understood exactly what he was coming from. He's like, the pressure. I got this contract. They done traded for me. He's like,
Yeah,
man, I gotta perform. You know what I'm saying? And he said it was all about recovery because of the amount of games you have to play. He's like, you don't really get your body doesn't really get a chance to heal. And he's like, you getting that type of money, you have to be on the field. That's what he was saying. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I understood. I definitely understood.
yeah. In baseball, it's like, yeah, they stand around a lot, and there's not like a constant movement like in basketball, football. But there's so many games, man. It's like
Mhm.
back to back to back game, like three games in a row, day off, another 3 games in a row. That's
It's a lot of wear and
that's
tear.
wearing you.
It's a lot. It's
Exactly.
definitely a lot of wear and tear. And then going back to the NBA and the Lakers, do you think the Lakers will be competitive with this roster they're putting together? Or do you expect other moves from the Lakers because their roster is very interesting?
Listen, I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but I stand with Stephen A.
We gonna see because it's very interesting. I definitely think it's interesting. We gonna see what Luka do. We gonna see what if Luka can carry
I
these dudes.
mean, it's looking real
They signed man.
colorless out there.
Right, hey man, Mamu got 50 million damn near from them. You remember we had man.
We had Mambo Man. One thing about him, he will hustle.
Mhm.
That dude plays hard, man.
And he can shoot a little
And
bit.
and his skill has improved over the years. Now, was that our draft? Was that a draft for us?
Hmm.
So not some of the draft draftees worked
Yeah,
out.
the thing is though, like shout out to Gibson Nicholas, Barack Bahamas, the lack of development program failed that man. He was allowed to develop in other organization, which was Toronto. I think that's where he really got to show his skill set. and then he got his money. Because
Yeah,
like we
but
always
here's
knew Mamu had skill. It just wasn't
yeah.
able to be on full display.
I said this a couple years ago. I don't think Luka will ever win a championship.
Damn, Bshack.
No, he doesn't. He does not value defense. You cannot be. Listen, a leader on a team, not necessarily be the best defensive player,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to set the example and try to play defense. He don't even try.
Come on, Bshack.
And playing into the refs, he's not gonna win a championship. I promise you. He's just not.
You know what you sound
Listen,
like? You sound like when they asked Kobe about James Harden, and he said the James Harden style of basketball will never win a championship. And I just feel like you say the same thing about Luka because of the
yeah,
style of play. And I feel like their
yeah,
styles are actually similar. Ball dominant shooters, neither plays defense. They're very similar.
yeah. And that's what Dallas saw. That's what Dallas saw. Dallas like, we don't this dude ain't never gonna like get serious enough about his craft for us to win a championship.
Mm.
And I'm not saying it's the right thing because there was so much at stake. It was more than basketball to trade him. But we know J Kidd, man. J Kidd ain't going for
For that, yeah, that
he
no
ain't going for that
defense.
type of
No.
stuff, man. He ain't going for that.
So
So
you
J
really
Kidd
think
was trying to stay,
is
he was
there a
trying to stay in the
situation that
cut,
Luka
but
could win a championship? Would someone else have to be there? Would he have to defer?
I mean,
Right? He would have to defer.
listen, he's ball dominant. Very, very, very ball dominant. So he's never going to be on a team where the ball's moving. And to me, teams with ball movement and get people involved are the ones that win the championship.
Mm,
And he's gonna be one of those great players that, and there's many of them that never win the chip. I
damn.
do not see it
Even
at
though he's
all.
so young and he's already been to the finals already?
Yeah, he's young, man, but look at his body type, man.
Yeah.
He's like a chubby wubby, man. He
Yo!
got a nice. Listen, Luka got what we call nice old man game. He got a nice old man game. He plays on the ground. He got a great court vision, great IQ. But Luka probably has max. Was he 26, 27?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Luka might have 4 or 5 years left. Might.
You think his body
He's
goes
been, he's been playing since he's been 13, 14 as a pro. 15, 16, he's been playing as a pro for years.
mm,
So he's got a lot of wear and tear on his body, man. And it's all a matter of time. Now LeBron is gone.
more
He's gonna go
stressing?
back to eating. He's gonna go back to eating chocolate chips, man. He's gonna get chubby
You don't think he
again.
could be disciplined enough? You don't think Luka is gonna step up now?
He lost all that weight because he knew he was about to play a whole season with LeBron James. LeBron is a trendsetter. He's the one that sets the level. Now Luka is the one that sets the level for the franchise. We're gonna understand why Dallas did what they did. Just a little, just give it some time.
You really feel that way, don't you, Bshack?
Honestly, I could name a bunch of players who I believe will get a championship before Luka.
Everybody
Wemby,
agreeing with you in the chat. Damn.
Giannis will get another championship before Luka. Uh, he's not. Luka's one of those dudes. He's ultra talented, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love playing against Luka because we get to rest on defense. He just
Yo,
pounds the
this
ball.
is a
He just pounds the ball, man. He just pounds the ball.
I got a random question for you. So we was at the gym talking like me, James, a couple other people to be in the chat, right? And someone said, I want your opinion, being a point guard, being from New York. They said if the San Antonio Spurs still had Chris Paul, they would have won that series with his IQ and being able to kind of point out what was going on the court. If they still had him, even if he wasn't playing heavy minutes, but his IQ, they said that series is different. I know it's over. I just want your thoughts from a point guard perspective, Bshack. Do you think that would
I
have?
I agree. They they
Wow.
they wouldn't have lost those leads. They
Okay.
would have lost a point guard. A point guard knows how to say, okay, we're playing too fast, slow down, or let's take it to the hoop. Let's get them in the penalty. Let's they just self-destructed, man. And the ball would have been Chris Paul's hand in that game where when we threw the ball in the back of
Mm-hmm.
my man's now here's a question. On that team, will Chris Paul be on the court to make a difference?
That's it. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to do it from the bench. Now he could have been like in the huddle, like this is what you got, this is what you got to do, and I think he got more experience than the coach.
That's what I.
So
That's what I found it interesting. I was like, damn, that's an interesting
yeah,
comment.
I think he would have made a difference. Absolutely, absolutely, because you just don't lose the way they lost, man. I mean, it's just
That
like
was catastrophic.
yeah, yeah, and
Damn, Janet back in the chat. Janet was like, I wouldn't play any NBA player if they couldn't play off the ball defense and offense. 100% fact. Hey, Janet MOC is not playing games
and
this week.
also you got to remember too, Luka gets targeted. You can't be a best player to get targeted, man. That kills the whole team's psyche, man. I mean, I can't feel good about myself. I'm getting targeted, man. I'm coming
Hmm.
back to the bench and dudes like turn their head when I come by, like this dude don't play no defense, man.
So you're
That's
not
just
mad at
it's
what
just not a
Dallas
good
did. It
mix.
was just how they did it was the problem. But you understood why Dallas did what they did.
Yeah, man. They said, man, we're not this guy's habits. This dude, this remember, he was like not running back on defense, arguing with refs, and they could not get him to stop. And they probably like, can we win a championship with this dude as our best player? And they made a determination, no. Because the best player sets the level for everybody else. That's the bottom line, man. I've always thought Luka was nice,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't, but I never saw him
Is he
as
a
great.
generational talent? Is he a generational talent?
He's a generational scorer. He's one side of the ball, man. He's a great scorer. He's not a great player.
So there's no difference between Luka and then Harden. They're the same.
Well, Harden's prolific back in his Houston days,
Right.
man. I mean, he was scoring 40, 50s,
But that's what I'm saying. But Luka
all
can
of
do the
that.
same, but neither can play defense. But they're electrifying on offense.
Um, they do a little different. Harden did it with that
Herky jerky.
dribble, step back, and he used to drive to the hoop a lot. People forget about that. Luka's more like change of speed, like bumping you, leaning back, like that
Right.
deceleration stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's to me that's probably makes sense. That they're probably similar in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
But you never went with Harden either.
Yeah, that's what I don't think either one will win a championship, to be honest. I think they're the
Yeah,
same player.
they should say that about Adrian Dantley. They should say that about certain players.
But
Now
hold
they
on
used to
now,
say about
Adrian
Jordan when he
Dantley, he
first came
went to
out.
a team and he humbled himself to go to Detroit and win a championship. But even though he humbled himself to go there, he was a key reason they won those back-to-back championships was Adrian Dantley.
No, they got Adrian Dantley out there. They got Mark Aguirre in
Mark
there.
Aguirre, that's what I'm sorry, Mark Aguirre. Yeah, Mark
They
Aguirre,
got
yeah.
they got Adrian Dantley up
Dad
out of there
out of there
because
for Mark
he
Aguirre. I'm
wanted to he
sorry.
wanted to be his team instead of Isaiah's team. Isaiah was like, nah, man, I'm the man.
That's who it was, Mark
And
Aguirre. I'm
and
sorry.
Mark Aguirre and Isaiah were like boys, man,
Mm-hmm.
from back in the hood. They got him up out of there, man. All that rolling the ball at the free throw line, all the type of stuff, man.
Did Adrian Dantley ever win a championship?
Nobody won scoring titles. He never won a championship. And there's certain guys, man, like to score the ball, but they don't play. They don't play both sides of the ball, man. And they're not winning players. They're not winning players. Now, some guys didn't win a championship, like Barkley. Barkley was a winning player. He just bad luck, man, running to Jordan. Patrick Ewing was a winning player,
Bad luck
but
running into Jordan. Karl Malone, John Stockton running into Jordan.
yeah, those are all quality players. But some guys you can't win no championship. Like Carmelo was one of those dudes that
You couldn't win a championship.
people was like, nah, man, you can't really win with Carmelo. Even though Carmelo's a solid dude, man, but he wasn't exactly like Mr. Shutdown defensively.
No. I kind of put him along the line. Obviously, not the same explosive like Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins could get you buckets, but he wasn't gonna stop nobody. Dominique wasn't gonna stop nobody. Let's keep it real.
That hurt my
We
heart when
hold
you said that,
yeah,
bro.
Dominique Wilkins. I hold him a high regard. I dapped that man at a Bucks game, chopped it up for
Yeah,
him, and I
man.
have high
And definitely,
respect for Dominique, but he wasn't stopping nothing. Dominique was getting
def-
buckets. Only person playing defense in Atlanta was Kevin Willis.
yeah, you definitely want to invite Dominic to the cookout, man. But Doc D'd up too.
Yeah, Doc did used to do it when he was in New York. When he was in New York with the Knicks, I
Yeah, man.
remember.
Before his back got bent.
All right, that dude. Hey, Janet is in her bag. I'm just not understanding how NBA players get paid more than brain surgeons and sit the 13, 14, and 15 seat. Get out of here.
That's
Janet,
for real, man.
whatever you've been on, keep it going. Shout out to the queens of the chat. It's gonna be very interesting. And then we said we got our summer league game for the Bucks. What is it, tomorrow? Or no, Saturday.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow at
okay.
4:00, 4 p.m.
I'm gonna check that out as well. We probably go live in the next couple of days. We're about to get up out of here though in a minute. What's your last words though, Bshack? What you thinking about everything? Do you expect more player movement?
I think we've seen probably the most. I think we've hit the peak of it. Um, it's gonna be wild, man. Next season, but we still gotta see where LeBron's gonna go. Um, some people think Boston still got another move to make. That just
But
can't
where would
be
they make?
it.
What what are they
I
going?
don't know. Brad Stevens better pull some rabbit out of his hat, man,
I
because
just
they're
don't
gonna
see what
chase
they
him
could do.
out of town.
Yeah, they will. But what I'm saying is, who are they going? Who? I'm trying to understand how they would flip or do something. That was their piece, and you got back track. Nobody's gonna take Paul George. This is crazy. I don't even know
Yeah,
what to say. Like I like
it's
poking
like
fun at Boston, but this is bothering me because I don't understand the like why.
you know how when you play checkers and you back yourself up into the corner of the
Mm.
board. That's what Boston did, man. They got kings. They got kings all around them, man, licking their chops.
I mean, the thing is, I just hope the Bucks fans understand we got a very solid haul for Giannis, seeing what
Yeah,
Boston got for Jaylen Brown. I mean, we should be satisfied with what we got at this point.
it's a reset and a rebuild, and if they make their identity an MO, like when you come to Milwaukee, we're gonna be on you like white on rice. We're gonna be on your
Physical.
backside like back pockets. Our thing is we play hard. They need to play like San Antonio.
I agree.
And they do that, man. They're gonna run into some wins. They're gonna run into some wins,
I
man.
really think we'll be close to 500. I think we'll be close to a 500 team. I could see it, depending how we come out the gates.
What was our team record this past year?
I think we might have won like 30 games.
You think we're gonna be better than we were last year?
Absolutely. Addition by subtraction. We lost Doc. We got some bad locker room people out of there. I think the team have a chip on their shoulder with a lot to prove, and I think they'll be playing hard as they can. No strays.
Hmm.
Around 500. I think they'll be around 500.
Well, our point guard play. I don't know. What would you say is the Bucks' strength, though? Our strength is just going to be youth and energy.
That's it. Yeah. Youth and energy.
So 500 would be a winning season for the Bucks. If it would be a great accomplishment
Mm.
if they if they can play 500 ball next year,
No, I
man. I
agree.
mean, it's just like which one of these guys are going to really hit, and is Rollins going to take the jump?
Is Tyler
Rollins going to take the
Hero gonna
jump.
be able to do what he does? And we're gonna keep Tyler Hero because I think if we keep Tyler Hero, that makes me feel a lot more confident about finishing near 500.
Well, Tyler Hero needs to chill with all this yakety yak. He's
That
talking. He's taking shots at Bam, taking shots at Giannis. Come on, man. Don't
it's this
don't be
generation.
like that.
Yeah, that's Milwaukee stuff. That's to be expected. When we get upset, that's yeah. It'll pass. It'll pass. It's a phase. It'll pass. But check this
Yeah,
out.
man.
No Stray said our only hope is Paul George fails his physical is crazy. This man hope Paul George fails his physical so they can
But,
rescind the trade.
but you know something? People need to chill a little bit with the Paul George hate. Paul George ain't no scrub now. He just not what he used to be. Paul
Mm,
George can still, it once in a while, turn the clock back, man.
that's true.
He just needs to, man, not get hurt, man. He
No,
just
I
needs to.
agree. Jalen Duren is overrated, Leroy. Jalen Duren is overrated. I saw everything I needed to see for him in the playoffs. If you can do all of that in the regular season, you come in the playoffs and you don't do nothing and you choke like that, I damn near want you out of town. Same thing with Keldon Johnson in San Antonio. You a six man of the year, a candidate, and you did absolutely nothing in the playoffs. Get him off my team. I don't play like that. You're not gonna come when the lights is the brightest and could not show up at all. Oh no, you gotta go. I can't
Well, how
trust
does
you.
Jalen Duran see? How does he see himself? Does he see himself as a number two? He's really not good. He's really more like a number four
4 3, yeah.
person on the
But he was
team.
dropping like 19. He was an all-star, I believe. To do completely nothing. Paul George is a
Yeah.
podcaster. Is hilarious. What we
Paul
about to
George,
see?
he's to be considered one of the top three two-way players in the league.
Agreed. I think his peak year was when he was in let me think. His peak year was Oklahoma City when he got put out by Dame with the shot. That was one of his best years, 28 a game. That was a peak Paul George there. Peak Paul George
And
was in
and
OKC.
don't forget, he survived that horrific broken leg on the
Li-
court on
Oh yeah.
opening night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
He survived that, man. That was that he had players was crying,
Right. They
like
thought it was
in
a wrap.
tears.
Yeah, they thought it was a wrap.
But the good thing about Bones healed totally, pretty much. And
Mm,
so it wasn't that, Bones heal better than the soft tissue
like the
stuff
ligaments. Yeah.
oftentimes.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not. I'm just saying, like for what they gave up, I would have wanted more than Paul George at this stage in his career and what he has left in the tank. But maybe they know more than we do.
well, he should be motivated
Oh yeah,
after hearing all this noise.
yeah.
Well, he should be him and Jaylen Brown are going to be motivated. Giannis should be motivated because everybody has forgotten pretty much about Giannis. They've
Hmm.
just forgotten what he can do on the court. They haven't seen it in a minute and they forgot.
Yeah.
And some of these guys should be very motivated to reestablish themselves as the stars that they are.
I
Um,
agree.
too bad Giannis still not doing it for the Bucks, but as we all know, he had to go
Yeah. And I
after
think it's
all
for
the
the
stuff that's
best.
come out. Yeah, after all the stuff that's come out, man. And we knew we read it. We read it. We read it. We were like, nah, man, something's not right.
Right, man, the whole time.
Something
And
it ain't
getting
right. We
character
were reaching
assassination in the chat. Not Bucks fans in the chat. Y'all hate Giannis. Yeah, y'all hate
the
Giannis.
body language on the sideline, all
The
of that.
team's body language was terrible. The team, there was no cohesiveness. They used to do all that wrestling stuff pregame. It was none of that unity. That we needed a culture shift.
All this doing this stuff to the oh,
Fan,
come on, man.
that was it for me. I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Is Jeff no longer in the chat?
No, he was in the last line. He said he might not support the Bucks, but he support the chat. Shout out to Jeff. Jeff said he don't support the Bucks, but he never said he would support the chat. Shout out to Jeff. I'm sure he'll be around soon. Shout out to Jeff.
Come
Jeff
on
Ryan.
back, Jeff. Jeff, who is Jeff? But who is Jeff mad at?
That the Bucks even traded Giannis. They should have figured something out.
Does Jeff read the papers? Now he's supposed to be Mr. Insider. He's supposed to have sources.
The thing is, though, with him, he said that all of what is said could be true, but that's how players like that act when they're on that high of a level. They're gonna have diva behavior, so that's to be expected.
So he pretty much is admitting that Giannis was not this humble dude that he portrayed himself to be. He's really a diva the whole time, and we found that he was a diva.
Correct, but that's to be expected from players, is what he was saying. Like, that's what they do. They're divas. They're elite players. So why are we mad?
And he wants his franchise to be beholden and make bad decisions to please one player, to lose all their dignity, to lose all of their juice because of one player. That's what he wants. If he's a Bucks fan, he wants his team to act like that.
Yeah. Some people, like I said, are very pro Giannis, and that's kind of how it is. That's what's gonna make this so interesting this upcoming season.
So he's a Giannis fan, not a Bucks fan.
Yeah, Giannis. Yeah, that's it. Same with like
I'm a Giannis fan too.
Other people.
I'm a Giannis fan too, but I got two eyes, man. I got
yeah, I got two eyes. It's crazy.
You can't spit on me and tell me it's raining, man. You can't
Thank
do
you.
that.
Thank you. That's all we were saying. And they're like, oh, you guys are too judgmental. He won 2 MVPs. He did. His accomplishments have nothing to do with his conduct. Those are
Giannis
two separate
hater.
things. Yeah, Giannis hater.
Where? Oh, and there's one person I wish was around over the last 6 months.
Eliza.
It is Chitty.
Chitty, Chitty. I gotta find Chitty. I'm gonna hit Chitty.
Where is Chitty?
I gotta find.
What does Chitty have to say now?
Oh, I gotta find Chitty. That is a great question. He be on Instagram every once in a while. I'm actually gonna reach out to him, because when I think about that,
standing by himself.
Right? No, him and Eliza would be hand to hand. Eliza J would be. Oh, all right, I'm about to get out of here. Bshack. I already know where this is gonna go, Bshack. We gotta get out. We're gonna bring this back next line. Bshack, right. I appreciate you tapping in. Salute.
Come on back, Chitty.
Come on back. All right. He want vindication. He want all them cats that was talking crazy to show hey Bshack want retribution for all y'all that was talking crazy when he was telling the truth and he went out on the sword. He want retribution. Y'all gotta apologize to Bshack. Hey, absolutely, Derek Stevenson. Facts, Bshack. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. We just got done chopping up a lot of different things, from the Bucks to us signing Bogo, to what's going to happen with the Bucks season, Lakers moves, the big Jaylen Brown trade. So much to go over. Please rewatch the live. Great information. Please hit the like button. We'll probably be going live in the next couple of days to talk about some of the Summer League games. So stay locked in. Hey, y'all, you know what? Let me say this real quick. Hey, man, we've been lit all off season. Huh? Have we not been activated? Have y'all not been seeing all the new subscribers? Hey, we are activated. I told y'all we was gonna take over, and this is what's happening. Best live on YouTube. Look, there we go. Shout out to Bleacher Report. Hey, best community on YouTube, all adults, all high IQ. This is how we give it up over here. Friends and family, that's what we call it. When you over here, you friends and family. Bleacher, let me get that $4.99 super chat. Salute, Bleacher. Jeff, I'm happy you're not in our group chat because I would really have to talk to him about that. What is the difference from Aaron Rodgers leaving? Facts! Shout out to Bleacher on the way out. On the way out. Shout out to Jeff, too. Hey, ninth inning, here we go. Bshack didn't tell no facts. He was just hating on y'all like everyone else. There we go. We got one more. We got one more, Bshack. Shout out to ninth inning. It wasn't no hate, man. Nothing was told was a lie. He was on live. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Oh, okay, Jeff. Hey, Jeff cleared his name, y'all. Shout out to Jeff. Jeff said y'all got it wrong. I'm more mad at the NBA as a whole, not just the Bucks. Okay, salute to Jeff. Appreciate you coming in here and clearing your name. Shout out to Jeff Riley. Okay, Leroy James said evidently the consensus is everyone prefers Turner at the 5. Okay. We gonna see what happens. We gonna keep this conversation going next live, y'all. Really appreciate y'all tapping in. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content for the best platform on YouTube. Hey, I told y'all No Strays was gonna show his face, though. He knew he was gonna get roasted, but we gotta give him his respect for coming in and taking his roasted. Shout out to No Strays. You a stand-up dude. Your team weak, but you a stand-up dude. Salute to No Strays. Yes, Bshack. Jeff, you can't be as mad as these Boston fans. All you got to YouTube is Boston fans, Jaylen Brown trade. They are absolutely out of their mind. So, Jeff, just take that in consideration. We could be the Boston fans. We could be Boston right now. We're not. Comment, like, subscribe, go. Damn, Boston. Y'all tricked off y'all whole organization in just one move. Y'all set y'all organization back 10 years. Good luck. Boston is a rat.